clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin, thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Hey, Wichita, it's Jacob Albrecht. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily, coming up next exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. Ashford Road work on Southeast Boulevard northbound at 31st Street. It's causing a backup to the I-35 overpass. Give yourself 5 extra minutes there. And there's also construction on Kellogg eastbound between K96 and 143rd Street. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Good morning. Mostly sunny and continued very hot today. High 105. South breeze 15 to 25 and gusty will offer some heat relief and the humidity will be low. Mostly clear, very warm. 78 tonight. Mostly sunny, more heat, more wind on Tuesday. High 106. Sunny, breezy, and hot on Wednesday, high 105. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
More people listen to KFH than any other sports radio station in South Central Kansas, including Wichita. This is 97.5 and 1240 KFH. Tell your smart speaker to play 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is 97.5 and 1240 KFH, Wichita, K248CY Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey, Wichita, it's Jacob Albrecht. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily, coming up next exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Brad Evans here to help you beat the books with One Sports. Get down with fantasy stud Chase Brown. The indisputable RB1 in Cincy could see upwards of 85% of the opportunity share this fall. Given his break tackle ability, vigorous workload, and Cincy's improved D, he'll rack the touches. Give me Brown over 825.5 rush yards at -110. Hashtag Team Rebels. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Washington Commanders suffered a massive loss on Saturday. Their 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle Laramie Tunsil suffered a torn tricep at practice that will leave him sidelined for months. This leaves a massive hole on the line of scrimmage. The guy that's protecting Jaden Daniels' blind side. It's a pivotal third year for Daniels and the coaching staff in Washington. They need a plan at left tackle, and they need a good one. I'm Denton Day.
You gotta download the app.
Gotta get the Odyssey app. 97.5 and 1240 KFH. Listen live on the Odyssey app.
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
on Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
And there you go. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome into Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman here. Rocking and rolling, getting you ready for a work week, 1 week closer to football. We're counting down the days here on Sports Daily, and we are doing it now live from 8 to 11, the new time shift. We enter week 2 of that new time shift. Jacob Albrock here, Brady Bowman there, Max Power, taking your calls. Whatever it is that you want to react to, anything over the weekend, have at it. We are about a week away in most cases, maybe 2 in some cases, from regular appearances from all our different insiders on the show. So looking forward to that as well. But until we get to that point, it's more wide open for you. 869-1240 is the number to call if you want to get in touch with the show the good old-fashioned way. You can also reach out to us via the social media pages where we have a video stream for you each and every morning. Facebook, YouTube, X. You leave comments there and we can get it. Want to shout out and say thanks to everybody watching us on 12 News Connected, on the 12 News Connected app on streaming TV. Also want to say thanks to everybody listening to us on the Odyssey app. And if you're listening on the Odyssey app anytime, you can hit a microphone button right there on the app. It lets you leave us a voice message. Now, we can get those and take those out over the air just as if you were listening to us live. So all the different ways. You can also email us at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. Glad to be with you, everybody, here on this Monday. Brady, how'd the weekend treat you?
It's Monday already. Where did the weekend go, Jacob?
Where they all go. We don't know. They're gone too fast.
We need to find that place where they all go.
Yeah, I know. With the dryer socks and all the other cliche things.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to go.
Although I will say right now, like, each and every day you get rocking and rolling is one day closer to football at the moment.
Amen.
Like once all the routine things in life are returning for a lot of people out there. Kids are going to start going back to school probably this week for a lot of people. So you have that cooking up. You have, for us, the march to football season, which means the march to some regularity, setting your week for a lot of people to maybe, it's Monday. We got to get on and get ready for Monday Night Football, and we got to do this. And if you're a crazy fantasy football player, it's like, all right, what day do I get on the waivers here and make sure I got all my, like, that fall normalcy is right here. We are almost there. The high school sports season for a lot of people is about
college
to rev up. The college sports season for a lot of people is about to rev up. We're well into college camps. So I'm ready for it, Brady. I'm ready for that normalcy. I'll be honest. We got kids running around at home. We're trying to keep them entertained. No more what can we do, and can we do something fun today? And my wife's going to be having another baby soon, and like it's going to be a season of change for sure, as we've changed this show to 3 hours now live, which we're very happy to do. It went great last week, and we're looking forward to that opportunity to be with everybody for another hour. But yeah, it's here we go. We're there. Most kids around the area, I believe, start school this week at some point on whichever day it is this week that you get started. So for those parents out there, those kids, good luck. Have a great year. It's going to be awesome. The changing of the year is great for all those parents with, maybe seniors going into high school. Man, I cannot imagine how excruciating that's going to be. So I feel for you. I'm there with you as you're beginning that final chapter of being in charge of them. Some of them, anyway. We have a good sports weekend to recap a little bit. Some of it late in the week. We heard from Patrick Mahomes this weekend, kind of on his feel for things. Does he expect to play? When does he expect to play? We'll dig and dive deep into that kind of a thing and get you ready for a preseason opener for the Kansas City Chiefs. So we've got that this week on the radar for sure. The injury. I'm telling you right now, if you're a Chiefs fan, just count your blessings, because it has been a bloodbath in training camp of significant injuries. You heard it on the update there right before we came on the air. The Commanders lose Laramie Tunsil for most of, if not all of the season. We saw Luther Burden of the Bears with a big injury scare this weekend. I mean, it is nonstop right now. So we'll just keep holding our breath here through Chiefs camp and hope they can make it through. They've certainly had some injuries, but ones that you can recover from, and perhaps the biggest injury going into the offseason that everybody was watching, and Patrick Mahomes. So we'll get you all caught up on all of those things. The Royals back at it this weekend. Now, look, I get it. We're not ultimately excited about the Royals and the Cubs this weekend, but Daniel Lynch made that first start. Did not go well. What did we make of that? We'll get into it. That some of the bats continue to perform at a really high level. We'll get into all of it. It's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, featuring Oktoberfest, the deeply copper-colored German-style brew that'll make you click your heels, grab your stein, and follow the copper brick road to the land of Oktoberfest. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. Brady, what do you? We all soon all of our time and tension and focus will be eaten up with football. So what is Sports Brady doing in these waning moments before?
Oh, I'm just like a kid at Christmas time, but you're still like a week away for Christmas Day, so you're just kind of like you're just doing that thing where it's like I just want to go to sleep and wake up and it's Christmas Day. Like that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to football. I just want to wake. I was just telling Amy the other day. I was like, I can't wait till Jacob and I can just start talking about actual games. Like recapping games instead of just the what ifs.
I can't wait. It's such a season. I mean, they're all unique and different, right? But everywhere across the board, we have pretty significant change in what we are here consuming. The primary football engines that we focus on, of course, Chiefs, K-State, KU. And then the rest of the NFL is we're always focused on that. But for us, hyper locally, and it's like, okay, the Chiefs had just had the worst season they've had in a long time. Should we really reasonably expect them to just bounce right back? We'll preview the AFC West last. We are previewing NFL divisions. We'll do that again today. I believe we are. We can go on to the NFC North. NFC North is what we'll be hitting today. But, we get to that, and that's unusual for the Chiefs. Usually the conversation with the Chiefs is, can they win the Super Bowl? And while that will still be the conversation, I don't know that it's a reasonable expectation, but it's different. Certainly with KU, we enter the next chapter. No Jalen Daniels. Seasons now of disappointment. Can they really get back? Nobody knows. Literally nobody knows the answer to that question. And then, of course, for K-State, the Colin Klein era begins. We couldn't have written out a more unusual year than what they had a year ago with Chris Kleiman stepping away and the disappointment of that season and all those things. So, we enter this, Brady, and it's like, I don't know what we're going to get.
A lot of storylines.
All of them disappointed last year on the football storylines. Can they all bounce back? Some of them bounce back. It's a lot of fun to watch. We're going to take you inside Chiefs camp from the weekend. We'll begin the conversation around Patrick Mahomes. Should he play? How much should he play? What should the plan be? We'll get into all of it as Sports Daily rolls along. Happy Monday, everybody. We're coming right back.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
All day. 869-1240.
Time to get busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Thanks, Spray Fire Coffee, keeping us fueled up on a Monday, getting you ready for a week. We have, you know what this week means too, Brady? Pulling cards.
That's
Pulling
right.
cards this week. Now, I don't know. I know that we have been working behind the scenes furiously to get this put together. Max has the assets. Max, do we have all the production ready to go on that? How close are we?
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. Brady, do you have cards?
No, I don't have a pack for today, but I can
Oh.
have one ready tomorrow.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, that sounds like that's what we'll do. Here's what I think we should do. Now, you've had some generous listeners reach out, and I know you're in communication with them, and we appreciate that. I think here's how we do that. I think we go, and we have headlines we missed right at the top of the 9 o'clock hour every day. I think we make this, I think we keep it simple, Okay, because listen, clearly this is a desired thing for the listeners. This is how we got to this point. But we're not going to go out. We're not going crazy with this. Let's keep it. Let's call it each morning, and let's tentatively say 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. We'll pull like 2 cards. How many cards come in a pack?
Kind of depends. These little booster ones I've been getting have 4 cards per pack, which I think yeah. Because I can't just like open a pack and then like look at 2 and not look at the others.
Yes,
I don't
you
know.
can.
I
yes,
can.
you can.
I don't know.
You have to.
I don't know about that.
This is how we have to do it. We can't just tease the people here. I think every morning at 10, we can start this tomorrow. We can go 1 if you want, but I was thinking 2, but we can go 1. 1 or 2, and and then we'll have fun. And then, it can be a blast from the past or whatever we want to do. You can keep talking with our kind and generous friends up in Valley Center who have offered to help get the ball rolling for you on this. But Hobby Armor, our friends at Hobby Armor,
yes,
have reached out. That'll help get the ball rolling a little bit, and I think if we keep this reasonable and under control, then we'll just have some fun with it. What is a pack of playing cards go for these days?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
it's not playing cards, sports cards.
Sports cards, yeah, or trading cards, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, you can get like a pack of like 10 or 15 cards for like $2 or something like that. That is not the case anymore, apparently.
Inflation
I guess, yeah. Yeah. These little booster packs I've been getting, I think, are like $5.
$5 for 4 cards? Holy smokes.
Yeah, I know. It's not what it used to be.
No wonder it's a $50 billion industry.
Right.
That's interesting. Okay. All right. Well,
maybe we need to start our own brand.
We'll get the ball roll. Yeah, the Sports Daily. We're going to do a calendar, the Sports Daily swimsuit calendar.
There we go.
Yeah. We'll give people what they really want, Brady.
That's right.
So we'll try to start that up. We'll start that up tomorrow. All right. We at another point we'll have to decide what happens if Brady pulls like $1 million card. For agreeing to this, do I get like a 1% cut on that? Max and I each get a 1% cut on a card value over $5,000. I don't know how any of this works. I'm not in the game.
Or we could donate to charity or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we could come up with. I don't. There's also rules on all that stuff.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. We got to go through legal.
We'll ask the rules before we do all those things. All right. So we'll have some fun with that. We'll start that tomorrow. Headlines I missed, though, is coming up in just a little bit. All right, Brady, let's talk some Chiefs football here. We hear from Patrick Mahomes over the weekend. Interesting. Let me just read you his quote, because Andy Reid has hinted that he doesn't plan to play Mahomes in the offseason. So here's what Mahomes said this weekend. He said this on Saturday. He was asked. The question was, head coach Andy Reid said he doesn't think you'll play in the preseason. How do you feel about that? And Mahomes said, I'm for whatever Coach Reid says. Like I said, I'm going to prepare to play. He hasn't told me anything, so I'll prepare to play and prepare to get myself ready, and we'll see where we go from there. And if not, I'll be as locked in as I am during the game and try to get myself ready to go for the game. It's a process of trying to make sure you're ready for the season. Whatever coach thinks is best, I'll do it. He was then asked, does he need to work his leg? He says he's trying to hold himself back and not like take off and run and cut and do all the crazy things he does for a game and trying to be responsible. He just said he's not going to lose who he is, but he's going to try to keep himself smart, keep himself in a position to be out there for his teammates. So I think those two things are kind of interesting together, because I think you have, like, TJ and I talked about this last night on Sports Sunday on KWCH. What should he be doing? If it was week 1 of the regular season today, do you think Patrick Mahomes could and would be the starting quarterback for the Chiefs?
Ooh. If it started today.
If it started today.
Man, that's tough. I would say, like, if I were Coach Reed, if it was up to me and I was making that decision, I would probably say no, if it was today. Just because I would just be so worried and paranoid that it'd be too early. And if something happened, I'd be like, "Oh, that's totally my fault. I screwed up our season on August 10th. It's already." I would wait. But I think he's on track for week 1.
Do you think he could? What if it was playoff? What is the start of the playoffs?
Yeah, if it started the playoffs, then it's like, in those situations, you always just want whoever's your best player. That's who you want starting. So Mahomes is the best player.
It's interesting because he looks good, right? He looks good. He looks right. There's been no setback. I think if he had to, he could. I think if it was the playoffs, he would. I think if the season started today, I mean, we're talking about, what do we realistically have here? About 5 weeks before the first game, 1 calendar month for the Chiefs, pretty much. It's a tough question. It is. Like, I think he's fine, and everybody is just being as cautious as they can be, which is the right way to be.
Sure.
Now, if the plan is not to play him at all in the preseason, that actually would surprise me a little bit. However, if that's the plan Andy Reid wants to put in place, I am totally fine with it. I say this a lot. Like, I don't mind what Reid decides to do. He's been a high-level coach in this league for a long time. The second-guessing preseason reps and all those things, like, I don't have like a cut and dry answer to that. I don't mind if a coach never wants to play his starters. Look at the injuries around training camp right now, which we'll get into later. I don't mind if a coach says, you know what, we're not playing any of our guys until week 1 of the regular season. I'm fine with that. I'm also fine with guys like Andy Reid who like to play his players a little bit in the preseason. And it's not a ton anymore. I mean, what do we get? Total series. I would love to go back and look at this. What do we get? Total series played by Patrick Mahomes in a regular 3-week preseason. Is it 5, 6? I can't. I mean, it's not much. It's not a lot. And every player's different, right? I'd like the rookies to get some reps. I'd like to see the rookies out there and play. Guys like Mahomes, Travis Kelce. I mean, Kelce for sure does not need to be playing much at all in the preseason. Don't need it. Don't care if it's me. I'd like to see Rashee Rice get some reps, see what that knee looks like. Worthy's banged up. Cyrus Allen has had an injury scare, but he's a rookie. You got to get him out there at some point, don't you? Mahomes is so different and unique because normally you'd just say, yeah, he doesn't need to play. It's Patrick Mahomes. He's fine. He's a 10-year vet now at this point or whatever. Problem is he's rehabbing that knee. Problem is the offense looks different. The problem is they're lining up different formationally a lot of the time. Problem is the movements are different. So it's like, if there's ever been, other than his first couple years in the league, this preseason, and they've had changes in the offense where it's like, yeah, it'd be nice to get him in there for just a minute. But teams are so scared to show you much in the preseason anyway. I'm fine if he doesn't play in the preseason. Like, if it's just medically like he needs the extra 5 weeks of recovery time, I'm good with that. Because I do think they can get most of the reps and the footwork and the movement out of the way in practice, right? They can do a lot of that stuff. So if that's the plan, I'm good with it. I want to know more of, could he go if he needed to? This was the playoffs. Would he be able to play right now? Because that would let us know, well, how good do you feel? Do you feel like you're 100% here? So I don't know. I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me a bit. He says he forgets about the knee injury sometimes, Brady. Tries to be smart. Tries to hold it back a little bit. There is zero chance he can do that in game action. And honestly, if nothing else, if you're keeping him out of the preseason just so that can continue, like, can't you imagine, try to put yourself in the brain of Mahomes and you're out there. you can make a conscious effort to be careful in practice. A guy like him's not doing that in a game. He's going to revert back to, because now the other guy's trying to kill you, right?
Yeah, and that's where maybe I would, when I read those comments where or like you just said, where he's like, I'm trying to hold myself back a little bit and not try to run off and do some of those things. That's where maybe I do want to see him at least maybe in a series in the preseason at some point, just because, well, that's how a lot of guys get themselves hurt in any sport, is when they're not just playing instinctually and just kind of and holding back a little bit, especially fresh off an injury like the injuries that Mahomes had at the end of last year. So with that in mind, just so he can get back in live action, because it's just always so much different than training camp and practice and all those sort of things. I just think mentally, I think you should get a series in before the regular season, just be like, okay, get back kind of a game speed with an opposing team, and just honestly, just seeing how everything feels in that real action too. Because if he's feeling fine now, and then he does a series in the preseason and still feels fine, maybe even gets off on a scramble somewhere and it's fine. I think that'd be really good from a mental aspect for Mahomes going into week one.
Yeah, it would.
But either way,
like that's what we like. Is he? I know he's cleared to practice. What like and they're not going to tell us this, right? They will not tell us what everything looks like as far as his what do we want to call it? His status, right? Like he's 100% or he's 80% or he's 90%. If he's not 100%, they're not going to tell us that.
No.
So I think that, we have to be careful with expectations because he looks good in practice. You know what I mean? Like, we have to be sensitive to the fact that he's recovering from an injury, and the timetable, even in an optimistic sense, is not that he's playing at 100% on August 10th. He's cleared to practice. It's probably a little different than cleared to play. And so I'm fine with this plan. Don't play him in the preseason. Have him ready to go week one. Okay? Then let's take it to the next chapter. Man, I have no doubt he's ready to go for week one. There's no way that he's practicing for a month in St. Joe, and they're like, okay, we also want you to sit down here and not play in week one. That ain't happening. And I don't think Andy Reid would want it to happen. As long as everything goes smoothly, right, with the knee and everything's cleared and everything's okay, no. He's going to be ready to go. He's probably ready to go now. Now, he's saying and doing all the right things, but, man, don't you think he's just ready to go and be done with this and put it behind him? Maybe not, because I know those rehabs are notoriously brutal, and that's what he's been having to deal with. He talked about his brace. He talked about all that stuff. And we'll get into some more of the things that he said that are, interesting, and talking about players, and his thoughts on Kenneth Walker and everything are very interesting. But it's just, I think we just have to set reasonable expectations for a guy who's way ahead of schedule, who we know his history and his track record with injury. And I don't think anybody is, by the way. I don't think there's a contingent of people out there saying, oh, no, he's got to play in the preseason. Let's go. That doesn't exist. It really only matters what 15 thinks. Does he think, yeah, I need to get out there and play? And then they're going to have a conversation. But he's saying the right stuff. Andy Reid doesn't want to play him. So then here's the question, Brady. I know that's what they're saying on August 10th. Make the call right now. Do we see Patrick Mahomes play a snap in the preseason?
I'm going to say a snap. I would bet on a snap.
The over-under on this is 1 snap. You're taking the over.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
Oh, man. I really want to also. I'll take him at their word. I'll take the under. I mean, Andy Reid has the motivation to change his mind, but and again, if he decides to play him, I'm totally good with it. Football players have to play football. I do not sit here and second guess the decision. If he's playing Patrick Mahomes all 4 quarters of the 3rd preseason game, I'll probably have some thoughts on that. But if he decides he needs a series, or he likes to play he wants to play the starters 2 series, or he's watching in practice, perhaps one of, if not the greatest football coach of our generation, maybe of all time, at least in the conversation, sits here and says, man, I think Peter Woods could use another series here. I think he could use 3 series. I'm not going to second guess that. It's Andy Reid. Like, the preseason decisions are so revisionist. It drives me crazy. It's like the Commanders just lost Laramie Tunsil, right, to a torn pec for most of this year. That's one of the big storylines of the weekend. Okay? Luther Burden had a very big injury scare, maybe avoided catastrophe, but is probably going to be shelved for a little while. Cyrus Allen had a scare. Xavier Worthy had a scare. Should we sit here and say, well, those guys, they shouldn't be practicing. They might get hurt. Guys get hurt playing football. It's a part of playing football, right? So I never have understood Brady sitting and be like, oh, I cannot believe they're doing this. And like, it's what difference is it? They're tackling in practice. Like, they're going not full, I wouldn't say 100%, but enough to have serious injury. Should they not be practicing? Like, at what point do football players need to play football? Could you imagine if we did this at the college or the high school level? Oh yeah, we can't practice those guys. No, you got to play. You got to play. Now, does Mahomes need to play on a rehabbed ACL tear? How far are we from that injury? 8 months, 9 months since he tore it?
Sounds about right.
No, he probably is. I'm totally fine with that. He probably doesn't need to. But I can't. It drives me crazy. I cannot stand those conversations. I can't believe that coach played that player. He got hurt. Like, come on, man. Like, they got to play. They got to practice. They got to get ready for a season. Chances are they're going to get hurt during the season too. It sucks when it happens, and we'll take you through the list here on the other side. Man, it's brutal. I hate it. It's the worst part about getting ready for the football season. By far, not even close.
Plus, got to get Justin Fields ready. I mean, we're going to see a lot of Fields.
Honestly,
just get him ready.
You're not wrong about that. You probably need to get Justin Fields. And I don't know if they're going to carry 3 quarterbacks, but Justin Fields and Nussmeier ready. Those guys, they need the reps for sure. It's a good point. All right, we'll come back. We'll tell you about some of those other injuries you might have missed this weekend. Holy smokes, it's a lot of them. And they're significant. We'll have it next on Sports Night.
Royal Blue runs deep in this town.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
8310 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on the Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the program. Appreciate Crestview's support. They're getting ready for the school year. Lots of events. They've got their family nights. We're seeing the pool kind of rev it down a little bit. It's an interesting end of summer, but you know what it means when it turns to fall, turns to cooler. Now, we shouldn't be talking about cooler weather this week, but it's coming. You know what that means, though, Brady?
Someday.
Better time for golf. More golf.
Amen.
We're about to enter, in my opinion, we're about to enter peak golf season, the fall. Get a little cooler in the morning and at night. The chances that as you're crazy, you might get out there, and something that I love to do is, while we still get late sunsets, is to get out there after work, maybe tee it up about 7:15. And play like 9 holes. Play till the sun goes down. It's a blast. I love doing it. They got 36 holes to do it. Give Crestview a call. Ask them about all the different membership opportunities they have over there. It is one of the prides of the East Side. Check it out. Take a tour. Tell them we sent you. Okay, Brady. There's no way to properly go through all the injuries. Did you see your boy A.J. Brown? You and Max's New England Patriots. A.J. Brown.
Oh, no, this is a headline I haven't heard.
Dislocated his thumb at practice.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be
You need a thumb to catch, don't you?
Just pop it back in. He'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll see. They're going to have to pop it back in and have a brace. I told you Luther Burden, the old Mizzou guy that everybody likes, had huge expectations. Nobody knows the exact timeline, but pretty significant groin injury. It was not pretty what happened. Zay Flowers just got that huge contract, left quad contusion. We mentioned Laramie Tunsil, just called out indefinitely, but we know with torn pecs, or no, sorry, his was a torn tricep. That's probably better, actually. But it's going to be a good amount of the regular season for him. Alec Pierce, another guy who got a huge paycheck this offseason. He's recovering from an ankle surgery. He was put on the PUP list. The Colts are down another receiver, Josh Downs. I don't know what we're like. You really are just holding your breath a little bit here. We've seen numerous of these injuries become season-ending. Nick Scorton of the Panthers, Jalen Walker, expected to be season-ending. We've seen Tua go down. He's working through an injury, not expected to, I don't think, bleed into the season. The Bills,
No pun intended.
Johnson, they brought him in to help that defense. He limped off the field. We didn't really get any. We haven't had any updates with Cyrus Allen, Xavier Worthy, other than they're just kind of working through it. Allen should be fine. Just a big-time bruise on the shin. Worthy is one of the ones we're just kind of, it sure be nice to see him back. Shoulder injury after everything he's gone through. We're kind of waiting on that one. I feel like Mansour Delane and Delane doesn't even get, I'm just reading off of a list right now on one of the sites. Delane doesn't even get listed here because we haven't really seen him. He's out there practicing, but in a non-contact jersey. Delane, Worthy, a lot of first-round picks down there for the Chiefs. It's hard to keep up with it all. We haven't even started preseason games yet, Brady. That's what I mean. Football players have to play. If Andy Reid wants to play them, that's fine. I also have no problem with the coaches that are like, nah, we're good. We're not doing that. Could you imagine being a Commanders fan this morning? Oh,
especially after last season. Well, really the last couple seasons, because the biggest thing that you got to think about if you're the Commanders, you got to protect Daniels. And then one of the big guys to do that goes down.
I'm telling you. It's brutal, man. What are you going to do? You're just down. Okay.
Next man up.
We don't have that guy for the rest of the season. There's our starting left tackle.
Kind of a big deal.
It is tough, man. It is tough to get through it and to have to swallow that and just kind of be okay with it. That is not cool. But here we are. And you just kind of have to go on to the next guy. But here we are doing predictions, and we'll do the NFC North today. You get that kind of injury. Does that derail the Commanders' season? We did the NFC East already. Does that take them down a notch? Does it clearly place them below the Cowboys and the Eagles? Probably does for me, even though they added Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I agree. And you mentioned the divisions and NFC North coming up a little bit later in the show. That's actually where my biggest interest is as far as QB battles in the NFL this season is with the Vikings. I think that's the most interesting QB battle going on right now. So I'm excited to talk about the North.
I am too, because it's a huge question mark always, because all four teams are really good. I'll bet we don't agree on it just because all four teams are really good. These injuries, man, I hate them. I hate them across the NFL. I'm sick for the Commanders. I don't like the Commanders. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm sick for them. I want to see Luther Burden play. Injuries are my least favorite part about football, but not a close second. It sucks.
And going back to the Chiefs with Xavier Worthy, that's where you start. You worry about players that start just taking on a bunch of injuries. And Worthy's kind of been a little more injury prone the last couple of years, and they kind of stack up on each other. And that's how sometimes careers end early, is because just injuries keep stacking up.
I mean, listen,
we hope that's not the case there.
We're not even 100% sure how good Xavier Worthy is.
Right? We know the promise. He's shown promise.
Kind of.
His rookie season wasn't too bad.
I don't know how good I think Xavier Worthy's going to be. But he's so young that we don't know. And Cyrus Allen is there. I mean, Cyrus Allen's there to take his job. We've seen 2 years now Xavier Worthy, right? He's got 60 catches and 42 catches. It is
Well,
not
he
been
dealt
a
with
good
injuries
start.
last year.
He played 14 games.
Yeah.
But he played hurt. Year before, he played all 17 and he scored some touchdowns. And, like, is Worthy going to be a true bona fide number one receiver? They took him in the first round. Or is he going to be a gadget guy the rest of his career?
I think we
I don't
don't
know the
know.
answer to that.
Yeah, I think that's the thing because he showed that promise his rookie year, showed that speed, some big plays. So after that, we were thinking like, oh, there's promise there, but we're not sure. So let's see how he does in that second year. And then right out of the gate gets hurt immediately last year and then played hurt the rest of the season. And we know how the rest of the season went. And so it's still a big question mark. We don't know. We saw the promise, but we don't know what that's morphing into. We haven't really had a good chance to see what he's going to morph into. And now he's dealing with injuries again. So it's kind of like, is he going to be that type of guy where we just never know because injuries piled up? That's my worry with Worthy.
My worry, that's one of my worries with Worthy. My other worry with Worthy is he good enough to fill that role? I don't know what they envisioned when they drafted him, but I know it was more than, 60 and 42 catches in his first 2 years. I know it was more than 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns over his first 31 games. I know it was more than that. Rashee Rice is the alpha in that room. But, is Cyrus Allen the rookie? Is he going to pass Worthy? I think it's within the realm of possibility. And we bring it all up because Allen has been nicked up a little bit, but he's been one of the camp darlings. So, like, I think we can. I think it's a question to ask. Like, should there be a wide receiver battle? Yeah, I kind of think there should be. And if there is, Worthy being out is significant. We still don't even know what to do with Rashee Rice yet, quite frankly. But
yeah, he has a lot of unknowns.
But here's the best news. We bring all this up. Here's the best news. Patrick Mahomes was asked on Saturday what intrigues him the most about the offense going into this season. What do you think he said?
I'm not sure.
Kenneth Walker.
Yep.
He said number 9. That's all I can say right there. That change in the ability to catch, run, pass, protect, do everything. You make a play out of nothing into a 20-yard gain. That's going to be the biggest impact I think we'll have. And then just to find the ways to get him the football. Again, look at the way they drafted. Look at the way they built this. How many things this preseason, offseason do we need to see to tell us what the Chiefs' plan is? The Chiefs' offense, I don't think we're going to recognize it. And this is in a good way. I like this change. I cannot wait to see Mahomes and Kelsey with a legitimate play action game going. I cannot wait to see Tyquan Thornton over the top with legitimate play action in play. Those are everybody is telling us Kenneth Walker. Okay, so we talk about injuries. That's another name we're not talking a lot about this preseason that we probably need to. You want to talk about preseason games and things to watch? I think one of the more interesting preseason players, and we'll go through this week, but Emmett Johnson. Is he going to be the backup? Like, if something happened and Walker missed time, is Johnson going to be able to step in and have the skill set to take on a full load in a moment's notice? I don't know. But we'll find out maybe this preseason. There's a lot of, even if Mahomes never plays, there's a lot of interesting stuff for the Chiefs this preseason. We brought up Garrett Nussmeier. Rick chimes in and said they probably have to keep 3 quarterbacks because there's no guarantee he wouldn't get plucked from practice squad, which is correct. But they drafted him in the 7th round. So it always, and I think they'll have the roster room. I think they'll keep 3 quarterbacks. Don't misunderstand. I definitely think they'll hold on to Nussmeier. But I don't think they have to. They took him in the 7th round. If he gets plucked, he gets plucked. I don't think they're losing sleep over it. The Chiefs are a The Chiefs are a Patrick Mahomes offense for as long as he plays football, most likely. So I don't think you worry too much if you felt like you needed, if you just couldn't make a sacrifice at some other position, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they'll keep Nussmeier. I also think they want to keep Nussmeier because that brings up the interesting point about Justin Fields you brought up. Does Justin Fields, he just takes all the snaps? Is he that kind of number 2 quarterback?
I think he needs to be.
Or if something happened, is it like Nussmeier and Fields? I don't think anybody knows the answer to that right now because Nussmeier's still just a rookie working through it. But I think they'll keep Nussmeier. But yeah, I want to see Fields too, Brady. I want to see what he can do. I want to see what he's capable of. So
especially in this offense.
Well, okay. Is he is he in this offense, or does it look different if he's in there versus Mahomes? I think it does.
Yeah. I think they got to have Fields ready just because, one, we just talked about a little bit ago, we're not 100% sure how 100% Mahomes will be week 1, even if there's imagine, we hope this doesn't happen, but imagine if there's just a little tweak, it's not anything serious, but it's enough to be like, oh, okay, let's Fields get in there and finish the second half or something like that. Let's just play it safe week 1.
I think
want Fields to be ready.
I think the offense would look different with Fields as a taking every snap than Mahomes. Fully understanding though that, or unless they just like to hand the ball off to Kevin Parker a lot, then I guess it doesn't really matter.
True.
But we'll have the discussion. We've got the NFC North. I think Max is going to be able to get us some of this audio from Chiefs camp. So we'll play a Mahomes. We don't usually just take audio but with Mahomes, he talked about a lot of interesting things. We don't need to play you the full press conference. We can play you a good chunk. He had meaningful stuff in there. So we'll maybe have that before the end of the show. We will have headlines I missed on the other side of this. 1 hour in the books. Your calls, your input welcome. It's Sports Daily on a Monday.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
And the baby.
Bingo and the baby.
Oh, baby. Hey, I can't find nothing on the radio. Yo, turn to that station.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Good morning, Quahog. And if you're thinking about changing the station, don't you do it!
All right, that's right. Don't change that station. We're still coming to you another couple hours live here on Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman with you. Max Power producing. Having fun with the opens and the intros. Max is getting some of that Chief sound for us. We'll start taking some of that each day for you here. We'll play you some of the Mahomes audio we talked about there in the first hour. Let you hear it from the man himself. We'll do that in the third hour. So stay tuned for that. In just a little bit. We've got an NFL division to preview here as well on the show today. Get a look at the Royals weekend, the Daniel Lynch experiment, thoughts on all of those things and a couple of the other sports headlines. And some headlines I missed in just a second. It's all what's on tap here in this hour, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring 3 very limited small batch beer. Let me get you a different one here, actually. There's a couple of these that have shifted around. My apologies. It is your summer spot at Wichita Brewing Company. Pizza and apps, the whole group will love. Seasonal beers, full cocktail menu for the adults, and new dirty sodas and homemade root beer that keep the kids happy. WBCU this summer at Wichita Brewing Company. It's a season of change for all of us here. Some of these cool things that they've been running this summer, they're phasing in some new fall things, so we want to make sure we get that right. But we're glad to be here. We're glad to have their support, your support on the show. 869-1240 is the number to call. On Sports Daily. You can also email us at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. You can reach out to us on our social channels, Facebook, YouTube, X. Those give it the ability for you to just comment there on the stream, and then that feeds it right in here to us, which is pretty cool. Thanks also for watching us on 12 News Connected. If you got your CTV, 12 News app, however it is that you're taking us in that way, or on the Odyssey app, we appreciate you for being here with us. Now in the new 3-hour live format of Sports Daily. Glad to have it. Glad to have you. And we're getting ready for the fall. All right, Brady. Hit me. It's a weekend that usually creates some good ones. Let's hit some headlines we missed.
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
All right, Jacob, here we go. We stick with the National Football League. San Francisco 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan says he was using the car's autopilot before that crash he was involved in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. Let's see.
So now, is it like the adaptive cruise control? I don't know what kind of car he has.
No, it was the
true...
Tesla. It was the Tesla full autopilot thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It says Shanahan said he was driving his car on autopilot before the accident, quote, dropping a phone and falling all the way to my back seat to where I have to fully take my eyes off the road, something I normally wouldn't do. He said he's had autopilot for 9 years, so he's pretty comfortable with it. And he goes on to say, who knows what happened when I turned around, whether it malfunctioned or whether I knocked it off. That's something I don't know yet. But regardless, it is always your fault, whether you're on autopilot or not. You can't take your eyes off the road.
I don't know enough about autopilot and how that works.
I would never do it in a million years.
I've never been in a car or a vehicle that has that capability. I don't know how autopilot reacts to changes from other drivers. Those are all really interesting questions that I'm not aware of. But I will applaud Kyle Shanahan. And look, there was some weirdness. People were trying to attack the 49ers media for not reporting this right away when the Niners asked to let Shanahan. I think what they were asking was let him get recovered so he can address it himself more than anything. And look, did they need to hold off and not report on a car wreck? Nobody was killed. I don't know. We work in that world every day, Brady. We work with people. Was there an obligation for them to report that the second they learned it? I don't think that there was. Could they have? Absolutely, they could have. Should they have? I think people need to understand the game a little bit, especially with an NFL team. If you're the beat writer and you have to lean into and rely on those relationships to be able to do your job, there is you hear something like that and you're asked to, I don't know. I think that's a difficult decision to have to make for those beat writers, but I don't think any of them regret it now that Shanahan's come out and fully just kind of been an open book about it now that he's back. So look, that was a weird situation anyway, but I applaud Shanahan for, it sounds like he wanted to make sure everybody knew this was not this other person's fault and it was 100%
You're
his
right.
fault.
Right.
And I'm interested and glad he's telling us what exactly happened so that we understand what that technology means. So it's been an interesting story. I'll tell you that.
For sure. Yeah, I wouldn't do the auto driving thing. I have no interest in that, mainly because I would be too paranoid about it. I want to be in control. And maybe I'm just a control freak or something too. I don't know. But yeah, no thanks on that. Another quick headline here. Let's see. Mark Zuckerberg, he's posting some more Instagram posts and whatever else on getting ready for Ultimate Fighting. He's still trying to be a UFC guy.
Man, I really want him to do that.
I do really too. I want to watch that.
I do too. I'm so sick of the tech bros.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I would love to see. Can we get Mark Zuckerberg to fight Brock Lesnar?
Right.
Can we do that?
Oh,
and I don't know Mark Zuckerberg or anything about him. I just I know that.
Get Musk in there too. Get them all in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm nervous as hell about the AI stuff. I don't trust that. Yep. I don't trust anybody in that world to make good moral decisions. They never have. They've been corrupting and driving people off the cliff for a long, long time with no remorse because they make a bunch of money. I would love to see some of these people with more money than anybody on the planet that think they're just good. Get in the UFC ring, please.
Yes, please. To see it.
And
absolutely.
Listen, if he's really good at it and he wins, that's even more interesting and intriguing.
True.
So go for it. I want to see it. Please do. Please do.
That'd be great. I mean, going back, as far as the conversation of tech bros, Tom from MySpace seems like he ended up being, he's a good one. We don't hear any bad things about Tom. He was everybody's friend.
I don't want to. Again, I don't like to make decisions and proclamations about people I've never met in my life. But you just because you're wealthy doesn't mean you're good at everything.
Right.
Mark Zuckerberg doesn't strike me as somebody who's going to be real good at MMA. Now, if he just wants to get some Fight Club release in his life, great, go for it. But if we could televise it, it'd be good. That'd be good.
Sure. You have all the money in the world to buy all the possibilities to get yourself fit enough for it, but do you have the instinct for it?
I have no problem with, listen, free market capitalist.
Sure.
I have no problem with him making money. I have a problem with the things that social media have done to society.
Absolutely.
I have a big problem with that. I'm scared to death of AI and what if it goes unchecked, what it could do. So yeah, let's get him in there. Brock Lesnar? That'd be the fight I'd want to see.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
He's retired now. He's not doing anything. See what he's up to. And while we're at it, who's that YouTube guy that always boxes people? That boxed Mike Tyson in the fight none of us got to watch because the stream crashed.
I'm blanking.
He's got a brother that's in the WWE. I can't think of his name. Can we get that guy to fight Brock Lesnar in a real MMA fight? The boxer guy.
That'd be interesting. A sad headline, Jacob. I don't know if you saw this one, but out of the NBA, Don Nelson passing away at 86. Second winningest coach in NBA history. He won five titles as a player with the Celtics. His number 19 jersey, retired, played 14 seasons in the NBA. Head coach with the Bucks, Golden State Warriors twice, the Knicks and Mavericks, and he had the most coaching wins ever until Greg Popovich surpassed that in 2022. So legend in the NBA.
Legend. I love the Mavericks growing up because they were so fun to watch. The Dirk Nowitzki, Michael Finley, Steve Nash Mavericks could score 1 billion points a game, and they were so fun to watch. I think Don Nelson was underrated as a front office guy. He was certainly underrated as a coach. I think underrated because he was just so good at everything he did. Literally anything he touched in basketball turned to gold. Now, were they winning all the titles in his post-playing career? No, but man, they were always relevant and good. And as a front office guy, he never missed. He's like Nolan Ryan. That's who he always reminded me of, is Nolan Ryan. Everything he did, he was just really good at it for his basketball world. So yeah, that was very sad news. Great life. 86, right? 86.
He drafted Dirk Nowitzki.
Yes,
that was a good idea.
It was a smart plan. And Steve Nash, I think he acquired him.
Let's see.
Quite the internet. Never been a better international evaluator than Don Nelson.
Oh, he pushed Golden State to draft Steph Curry too.
Oh,
that was a good decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And finally, Jacob, if we have time, just kind of an oddball headline here. I'm curious about what you would do in this situation. Headline here: 162-year-old bottle of Guinness from a shipwreck might be drinkable. 162 years. Guinness has been around that long? Wow. 1864.
I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one with us to the break because I need to know. I know that whiskey never ages. You could drink a bottle of whiskey that, it'd be no problem. But beer expires.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give you a second with that story, and I'm gonna look this up in the break. I don't know how you could drink it and not get, so we'll need it, but we'll take that one with us to the break. We've got a preview in NFL division. We'll hit the NFC North on the other side. We're having some fun here on a Sports Daily Monday. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
Oh man, Brady, I was just listening to your the production audio, Max, and they're putting together for us on the Sports Daily poll. done a really good job there, Max. This is going to be something. It's going to be something.
Well,
Carryover
exciting.
headline we missed here, and the Guinness bottle. I don't know, Brady. I don't think there's any way you could get a taste of that. There's no way. 160 years old? Man, beer expires. It's not like whiskey. Now, if this was whiskey, if there was some, 160-year-old bottle of something that sank to the bottom they picked up, and what was the shipwreck? Do we know? It wasn't like the Titanic or something, was it? Just a ship. Just a random
yeah,
ship.
I think just a random ship. Yeah. Yeah, a
I
ship
would
diver.
be willing to go on the whiskey, perhaps, if if you could show that it stayed sealed and did all that. No, I don't even think I'd let the Guinness touch my tongue.
Yeah, it was a case of 24 of them that was found. And some scientists think that they could do a DNA breakdown and rebrew that exact beer. But they also say because apparently the case was upside down, the way the pressure works in the ocean created some sort of seal. So that's why they say it could still be drinkable, because it may have been a natural seal may have occurred with the way it was found upside down underwater.
What's the
So
worst
I don't
thing
know.
that could happen to you? You just throw up?
Yeah, I don't know. Like can we get Steve-O on the line? This seems like something Steve-O
Yeah.
would do.
Jackass. Didn't they just
Yeah.
remake Jackass? I heard it was good.
Yeah, they
just
did like one last one. Yeah, I haven't seen it
just
yet,
right.
but
Like
I always get a
exactly
kick
like
out of those.
Now, you want to talk about our heyday, TJ Cleveland giving us a hard time for not remembering or knowing who Jake Paul is.
Right.
You give us Jackass references? Now that's right in our wheelhouse.
Oh, we're
baby.
good. Absolutely.
Yeah, that show was wild. Crazy. Goodness gracious. Okay. Let's come back. Let's do our NFL preview on the division here. Brady, let's go NFC North. We're going to take you to Chiefs audio. We'll play some of that for you in the next segment. But we'll continue the NFL talk here with the NFC North. Now, last year, remember this division last year we came into it, and it was good. Like we thought, every team had a winning record. Every team had a positive point differential. The Packers kind of fell off a cliff at the end of the season. Remember, the Vikings won a bunch of games. Only the Bears and the Packers reached the playoffs. The Vikings and Lions did not reach the postseason. I think if we look back at last year, the Bears win the division and are the big surprise for everybody. Can they keep that momentum? Ben Johnson, all those things. The Lions were the biggest disappointment. The Vikings, J.J. McCarthy experiment is interesting. Now they bring in Kyler Murray. The Packers aren't doing a lot differently, right? Like they're kind of just staying in motion here. They went with the all-in thing. They make the Micah Parsons trade. Boy, I'd love to dunk on that all day long by saying they absolutely should do that. That was one of those things. Sometimes we get into like the most cliche things in sport. Oh, you can't trade a talent like Micah Parsons. Yeah, you can. They did, and it was the right thing to do, by the way. Would you rather be the Packers or the Cowboys this year? So the real question, I guess, comes at the top. And we'll order these in a minute, Brady. But the Bears win this division. That was the surprise. Where do you sit with the Bears? Where do you sit with Caleb Williams? I think listeners of this show for a long time know I'm a Caleb Williams fan, always have been, liked him the most in that quarterback class, that really good quarterback class. So I'm in on that. Pretty hard not to be in on Ben Johnson. I'll assume that Luther Burden's probably going to be okay by the time the season starts. But the arrow does still seem to be pointed up with them, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I agree. Because I mean, what really did they lose? If anything, they just gained over the offseason. And boy, they got the momentum, they got the excitement. Probably the only thing hurting the Bears right now at all, if there's any bad vibes to feel or bad chi to have with the Bears, is just this whole stadium discussion going, like being.
I don't think the players and coaches care about that though.
Bears, which seems sacrilegious to me. Like the idea of the Bears not playing in Chicago. That should just not be allowed.
Chiefs aren't playing in Kansas City.
Yeah,
Missouri.
the city's always been the city's always shared 2 states.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, the Braves don't play in Atlanta. The Rangers play in Arlington. I don't care about that.
Yeah,
I don't think
the Bears have like a 100-year history. I mean,
the
it's just
fans care about that stuff. Do the players and coaches care though? I don't.
well, no, they're getting paid. They don't care.
Yeah,
but but as far as the Bears and getting away from the stadium thing, yeah, Caleb Williams. I mean, he has all the momentum in the world right now. Actually, I'm trying to think of outside maybe like Drake May or somebody like that. Is there any other quarterback in the league who's going into this season with more momentum and more expectations than Caleb Williams?
For the young guys,
Yeah.
It's a good question. Probably not. It's probably those 2 guys. I mean, but that's what's interesting about this division. It's those 2 guys. One of the teams in the division is I got another quarterback out of that class who seems to be getting no leash whatsoever from his organization. What have we seen? Like 9 starts out of J.J. McCarthy? And that was kind of enough for them. Now, the Kyler Murray signing was pretty low risk. I know all the fantasy football players in the world think this is just Kyler Murray's job and it's a done deal. I don't know that it's quite that simple. It's like a no-risk signing or trade or whatever with Kyler Murray to be there. They don't have a lot of skin in the game with that. So they bring in competition for J.J. McCarthy. Does that automatically mean they're closing the door on McCarthy? I don't think that it does. I think it'd be a little foolish to do that. They drafted him inside the top 15. They moved to get him.
Well, right now on ESPN's depth chart for the Vikings, they have Kyler Murray as QB1 on the depth chart. Yeah, they're projected. But does J.J. McCarthy end up kind of like Anthony Richardson for the Colts? Just kind of fizzled out quick and
Yep. Good. But that's another quarterback out of that class. And then like the Packers don't have a quarterback question. The Lions don't have a quarterback question. So it's like to go on quarterbacks, like I think we feel okay about all the quarterback situations here. If you're a Vikings fan, you probably feel a little better that if it's Murray, you're better off than you were a year ago and you were above 500. I'm having a hard time again this year stacking this up. The Bears are going to have the challenge of repeating here. The Packers have kind of redesigned things offensively a little bit. They're going to lean, we know how much they use Josh Jacobs, and they were a good defense last year, but they'll be without Parsons for a while. They got rid, they had 58 receivers. They got rid of most of those guys. They've kind of narrowed that down a little bit. I'll tell you, though, like, I think Jordan Love's okay. I'm not real convinced that the Packers are going back to the playoffs this year. Like, they were a half game because of a tie better than the Lions last year. If you ask me today who I have more confidence in, the Lions or the Packers, I probably lean Lions. The Lions have had all the injuries. They just need to get a little bit better defensively. And we'll see if they do. Now, they traded away David Montgomery. He's not there anymore. That's that might be a big deal, but they brought in Isaiah Pacheco, which I thought was a good, alternative there to kind of work with Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'm okay with that. I think Jamison Williams is coming into his own a little bit. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a superstar. Sam Laporte is pretty good. They had the Tesla guy last year who he went quiet but showed and flashed a little bit. I have more confidence that they'll be good than the Packers will be good. I think they'll all be good in this division, and I think we kind of see the same thing we saw a year ago. Like, I don't know that any of these teams are winning 14 games because they're all kind of good, and they'll beat each other up a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. And looking at the Lions, last season, their offense was fine. I think they were still like a top 5 scoring offense. Let me just double check that. Let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 exactly, or maybe number 6. It was defense that was the problem with the Lions last year. They were near the bottom of the league in points allowed, and that's what hurt them. I mean, it didn't matter how many points the offense was scoring. A lot of the time, the defense just wasn't there for them like they were the last couple of years. Of course, they had a lot of injuries on defense again last year too. So,
yep. A lot of injuries. So I think the Lions come back. I'll tell you, I think the Lions are going to win this division.
The Lions are back.
Now, hang on. I need to
Sharpie.
I need to preface that by saying that the Lions I had in the Super Bowl last year. So there may be just some leftover stubbornness to have not been so wrong about that last year that's carrying over for me. But I love Dan Campbell's energy. I think their offense is dynamic and multifaceted. Like, they can attack you so many different ways offensively. And I think there's almost no world where they're as bad defensively as they were. So I think they've got some just easy room to be a lot better. I want to continue the momentum of the Bears because I think Caleb Williams has the chance out of all of these guys, the chance to be one of those next great quarterbacks in the NFL, which is a win to me, always has been a win for football fans if we have great quarterbacks in the league. And I think he's got a chance to get there, and I hope he does. But I think they're going to have a difficult schedule this year after winning the division a year ago. I think, can everything go right for them again? I'm not sure. We're going to learn a lot about Ben Johnson. We're going to learn a lot about Caleb Williams this year. I think it might be the most fun story if they do it again. Like the best story for football if they do it again. But I don't think they're going to. So I'll go Lions, Bears, Vikings, Packers. How about that? How about that?
Okay.
But I don't think anybody's losing. I don't think anybody's winning fewer than, let's call it, 8 games.
Have we been writing our...
What's that?
Go ahead. I was wondering if we've been writing our predictions down.
I have not. We'll go off memory. We'll write down our playoff teams.
Okay.
We'll write down our onto the way to the Super Bowl. But honestly, doing this now is too early. I think we have an opportunity to because we're kind of in these last weeks before we get there. But we made a call on the Commanders and now they've lost their left tackle. Are we beholden to that call? That seems a little silly. I think these are working more for me anyway. I'm just trying to work back through the offseason and get some things together. Once we start picking playoff teams, then we can write those down. We can
just have a primer.
Make fun of us later.
Yeah, kind of getting us ready to make those predictions. You know what? You were talking about the point differential right when we first started talking about the NFC North last year. I did not realize this is crazy how good the NFC North is as far as overall in the NFC. Last season, Jacob, the Lions point differential was plus 68. That's the third best in the NFC last year, and they were last in the division. Actually had the best point differential. The Bears were only plus 26, Packers plus 31, Vikings plus 11, Lions plus 68, and they finished fourth. That's crazy.
I don't think it's outrageous for me to flip it and say the Lions are going to win the division. I don't. In fact, Brady, the division, of all the great divisions in football, right, and there's highly competitive divisions all over the place, it's the only division in football with 4 positive point differentials. That's what I'm saying. Ordering these teams is a difficult task. It will likely come down to the divisional games they play. I don't think anybody's winning a vast majority of those. I don't think anybody's losing a vast majority of those either. I think you could have 2 coaches out of this division in the hot seat this year. I think you could get, O'Connell and LaFleur in the hot seat if those 2 teams don't succeed, which is crazy because I kind of think they're both pretty good, especially O'Connell. So it'll be as good. If I'm a television executive, I'm trying to get my hands on any NFC North matchup I can get now. If I have to predict the matchups that are going to be great late in the season, there probably is not a safer bet than just to say, give me an NFC North divisional game.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. As far as how I'm going to go with the order of the North, I'm going to stick with the Bears. I think they're still going to win it. I think they'll repeat, but it'll be on a tiebreaker with the Lions. And I think I'll put the Bears at 12-5. I'll put the Lions at 12-5, and then let's go Minnesota. And I think the Packers are going to finish last this year.
We're both on the Packers last.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw enough cracks last year to where it's kind of like, I don't know if they really have the core that they think they do.
Well, they have players that I like. They have players I think that'll work. I like the Josh Jacobs running game. I think Jordan Love is okay. I think he can be pretty good.
He's the biggest question mark.
Remember they had Tucker Kraft was going ballistic last year, got hurt, and it kind of derailed them a little bit. He should be back. I think his prognosis is very good. He gave like a Trumpian injury update. Did you see his injury update? I don't know if he was doing it on purpose, but it was pretty funny. He said something to the effect of, some are saying it's one of the greatest recoveries of all time or whatever. It was, I don't know if he was trying to make a joke or if he was, but either way, it sounds like he's good. That could change a lot. Can Christian Watson finally stay healthy? Because he's a stud when he's out there. He's got all kinds of potential.
But no Romeo Dobbs.
Dobbs is your guy now.
Yeah. He's with the Patriots.
Dubs. I think it's Dubs, by the way.
Is it Dubs? I always thought it was Dobbs.
Yeah, okay. I've heard it both. I think it's one of those where we just pronounce it the wrong way, but we're all okay with it.
Oh, Sky Moore's with the Packers now. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Dubs is gone. So they have who's their second now? It's Watson and they drafted
Reed.
Matthew. Who's that?
Jaden Reed's listed as number 2.
I kept wanting to say Dontavian Wicks, but I think he's with the Eagles now. So, but they drafted Matthew Golden last year. So obviously opportunity for him, a tremendous opportunity for him. But I think this will be a more like they're going to run the crap out of the ball. They're going to throw to their tight ends. It'll be an interesting offense to see. And they'll still have a good defense even without Parsons for a while. That'll be their superpower is run the ball, play good defense, and let Jordan Love try to not turn the ball over. But I still like the Lions. I like what they have. Jahmyr Gibbs is fun. Jamison Williams is fun. Amon-Ra St. Brown is fun. Goff has been the perfect fit. They just got to get just a little bit better defensively. Just a little bit better. And who doesn't love Dan Campbell? I don't even care what you think about him as a head coach. Who doesn't love Dan Campbell?
Who wouldn't want to play for Dan Campbell?
I mean, you would, right? Like
run through the walls type of guy. Yeah.
Cool as it gets. Gotta have it. Okay. That's the NFC North. It is one of the more difficult ones to do because I think the separation will be as tight as it was a year ago, which is basically all four teams separated by 2 games. I don't think that changes very much. So, stay tuned for that. That's the NFL. We'll do the AFC North tomorrow, which is going to be another fascinating division to try to pick through.
The bruising AFC North.
The Ravens were the odds-on favorite for a while.
Right.
So, the big boys season of change. They got a ton of changes this year. They don't have John
Rodgers back. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, it's a good point.
All right. We'll come back. We got more Sports Daily. How did the Daniel Lynch experiment go since the last time we talked? We talked about making the decision. First round of returns, not very good. If you missed it, we'll explain it to you next on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
the canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Thanks for being here with us on Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman, happy to be with you on this Monday morning. Glad to have some opportunities to get more interactive here with you. We're going to bring you some audio from Chiefs camp. We kind of talked about the things that Patrick Mahomes was saying. I want to let you'll hear it firsthand coming up in just a little bit. We'll do that in the next hour. We've been talking a lot of football here, kind of catching up from the weekend that was. Something else to catch up on from the weekend that was Brady, the Daniel Lynch experiment, round 1. He opened the series against the Cubs on Friday. And it did not go very well for Daniel Lynch. Now, if you missed that news because you're not as locked in on the Royals as they continue to kind of struggle their way through this season, the team made the decision late last week. In fact, I believe it was Thursday night that Daniel Lynch was going to go to the rotation for the rest of the year. This decision will be one that over time could be fascinating to look back on. Now, Daniel Lynch was probably as valuable a trade asset as they had. He has been so effective as a reliever from the left side, had been this year, has years of control left. The team decided to hang on to him like they did most of their players. And at the time, it was like, okay, well, they must just know they need to anchor the bullpen. Well, then they make this decision, Brady, to put him into the rotation. I will tell you that I don't mind that decision. In fact, I kind of like it. If you're looking for good starters, remember, it's a guy drafted really high. He's tried to be a starter before, hasn't really worked out. The returns haven't been very good, but there are lots of scenarios and cases across baseball. Look at a guy like Seth Lugo for relievers who convert back into starters and find success. So if they felt like Daniel Lynch can do that, I don't mind the decision. A lot of Royals fans hated the decision, though, because he's like their only really good reliever right now.
I was with you. I was okay with the decision because at this point in the season, the way it's went, I mean, why not? Why not see what could be there? And the only way to know that is to put them out there and see how it goes. And, it didn't go great, but also, to me, I don't panic over that. I'm not saying like, oh, never do that again. Give him another shot out there. He's used to relieving, so it's kind of a different thing for him as well. I don't know about you, Jacob, but for me, anything I try that's new to me, I'm usually not very good at it the first time.
Well, he's tried to be a starter before. He came in the league that way, never could
pan
out.
But it's been a bit.
And he's clearly found something. I think, like, for me, the risk seems moderately low. Now,
exactly.
If we go back further, whether or not they should have traded him, that's a different conversation to have, right? Because he was absolute peak value this year. Like peak return, you never would have got more for him than you would have this year with control and all those things from the left side. So there's that part of it that we can revisit and say was a mistake. But this decision to try this, I don't think will be. Now, it wasn't good in round one. He pitched Friday's game. That did not go well. He went an inning and 2/3, gave up 4 earned runs, walked 2, gave up 3 hits. So I'm not willing to close the book on anything. And they said that he'll remain in this role for the rest of the season. And I think that's the way to do it if you're going to do it, right, is to do it that way. So you got to let him keep running out there and try to figure out what has been so effective for him as a reliever and how do you translate that over. So I'm good with it. The other thing is, like, again, we might have a lockout. Okay, he's a young guy. If you keep that control, like, we don't know what's going to happen. If they made the decision to hold on to Walker and Lugo, who are going to get older, like, if they have a guy that can slot in, you got to figure that out right now. Okay, so
and plus,
go ahead.
Plus, that outing he had, it wasn't strong. It was not anything that he's going to hang his hat on, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, that's out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, there's no worry for him next time he starts. Like, oh, what if I have a bad inning? I don't know how it's going to go. So it's like kind of nowhere to go but up in some ways.
You have to. I agree. You can't say this is a one-time opportunity. So I think the decision to do it, I like it. The decision to just go ahead and say it's for the rest of the year, I think, is the right way to make that decision. You just say, okay, you're going to have the rest of this year. I don't know how many starts that'll be. Probably another 7-8 starts. Like, you get to have this time. Go prove it. Go win a rotation spot. And the first, test did not go well for Daniel Lynch, but that was, probably the biggest story of the weekend. Vinny Pasquantino, Jack Caglione had a great weekend. Had a great series against the Cubs. He continues to be developing, I would say, in the way that you'd want to see him develop. Now, after his first full season, he had 2 hits on Friday. He had 4 hits, including 2 home runs on Saturday, and then another hit Sunday. He continues to get locked in. His average right now, Brady's up to 264. 264. When he was playing, early in the season and sitting against lefties and doing all that stuff, like, this is why that was all so stupid. There's no reason to not let him get as developed as he can. he, along with Bobby Witt Jr., perhaps we include Carter Jensen in that, who's working through it, right? Like, that's what's so silly, too. They've never had any problem just letting Carter Jensen go, taking the gloves off, right? We'll bet you lead off. Get in there, buddy. Like, I'll never understand the Caglione thing until the day I die. I'll never understand that. The good news is they changed their mind, and now he's just a full steam ahead, and he's been really good. So, those are the things we watch the rest of this season. Daniel Lynch's starts become, to me, I don't know if you agree, Brady, one of the most interesting things that will happen for the Royals the rest of this season.
Right, because you got to see what's there. And that's the thing with not being active in the trade deadline. It's like, okay, a lot of this group, and then whoever I guess they draft next season, that's who we're going to have to work with for the most part. So see what you got. And again, for Lynch, before that appearance, he had an 11 appearance scoreless streak, and that 4 runs that were allowed. That was the most he's allowed in an outing all season. So I think going forward, especially when he started, right, he was on that scoreless streak, and then things kind of start off not great. So that can mess with you a little bit when you're in the streak. So I'm really excited to see what happens when he comes back. Now that there's maybe the nerves are maybe down just a little bit, and he's not worried about allowing a run. Well, he did. So he can kind of get maybe just into the swing of it.
He wasn't good. Well,
yeah.
His next start, let me pull it up, which day it comes. His next start will come. While we do that, there's another Royals story from the weekend that is pretty interesting. Daniel Lynch will start again Wednesday night. Ooh. Sorry, Daniel, that didn't go very well. You get to take on the Dodgers. Tarek Skubal tonight. Oh, man.
Trial by fire.
You'll hear it right here on KFH. Daniel Lynch, get in there against the Dodgers. That'll be fun. They got a West Coast trip this week. A lot of late baseball games for the Royals. So the other interesting thing is this. Did you see this, Brady? This is one that I didn't even, it slipped under the radar for me until I got in last night for Sports Sunday. The Royals signed Craig Kimbrell. So you're talking about that Craig Kimbrell, right? 17 years. There were a lot of years of his career. He was absolutely the most dominant relief pitcher in baseball. He has bounced around everywhere late in his career. And he's now played for I think 13 teams. This is a really interesting decision. So Kansas City will become the 12th team that he's played for over 12 years. The third team this year. He's got a 4.81 ERA. Hell, that sounds pretty good for the Royals. But he's got a 4.81 ERA. The Mets and the Rays. He's got designated for assignment, and then he went to free agency. Tampa picked him up. Then they DFA'd him. So it's interesting that the Royals, want to take this shot. I don't know how this works. The Royals are paying him something. The Mets are locked into most of it. There isn't a ton of cost here. I don't know if this is as simple as let's just get someone in here who we know can work through it while we're terrible and we're literally running out of arms. I would tell you, though, that it wasn't for free and it cost them something. So I do think it's interesting for the Royals to spend money at this point. Maybe I'm looking too much into that. Maybe I'm overreacting to that. But they could pull somebody up from the minor leagues. They could do anything. They went and spent money on Craig Kimbrell. What does that tell us? Are they trying to, hope that he can maybe capture something and be something they could potentially be interested in after this year? It's interesting. It's only a 1-year contract. He's an unrestricted free agent after the year.
38 years young.
38 years young. But again, there's some DNA in there with Craig Kimbrell. The dude's had unbelievable success over his career. Not anytime recently. They spent money. Maybe there is a hope he can capture something and they bring him back. It's a really interesting move. It could be as simple as we just literally are out of people we can throw back there. So let's get him. 4.81 ERA in the Royals bullpen doesn't sound too bad.
Take it.
We just lost Daniel Lynch. We got to get somebody back there. They could be that simple. It probably is that simple. But I do want to squint at it and just think like, boy, they didn't have to spend that money. Is that a good sign for ownership? Does that mean ownership might be willing? Are they showing us like whatever it takes? Because if they're willing to spend and they kept Lugo and Walker and all these guys and they're willing to go add more payroll, they'll deserve some credit for that. Good decisions, bad decisions, whatever. The fact that they're willing to do it, if they expand payroll next year, that's probably a good thing if you're a Royals fan.
And with his experience, I think he kind of brings that to the bullpen, especially for the younger guys. Here's a guy that's a 9-time All-Star coming in. He's been around forever, like that Ryan Fitzpatrick of pitchers, just being on every team and a really long career.
He's just checking him off his list at this point. How many can I get in here? The Bartolo Colon of the bullpen.
Right. But, yeah, he could bring that leadership and experience, and there's a lot of value in that, especially for the young relievers. So
maybe. It flew under the radar. It caught me off guard. I'll tell you that. I was not on something that I thought were coming by any means. It was interesting, but here we are. That's one that it'll be. I mean, for Royals fans, it's Craig Kimbrell. Maybe it's just cool that Craig Kimbrell pitched for the Royals. Do you take any solace in that? I don't know. We'll see. That happened this weekend as well, though. The Royals again go out west. That starts. Good luck. They get the Dodgers and Tarek Skubal tonight. So here we go. Royals. It's how many games can the Royals win? How many games can the Royals win against the Dodgers in that series?
Yeah, how is it, a 3-game or 4?
I believe it's 3. Yeah, it's 3. Starts tonight.
Ooh.
They go on the road. Coverage will should begin about 9:40 here on KFH. But they go there. They've got they get the day off Thursday, but they're in LA. Dodgers, Angels, go enjoy the beach. Royals. Can they get
that's
one?
probably what I do.
Can they win one? Can they win 1 of 3 on the road against the Dodgers?
Let's see. We got Cameron, Walker, Lynch. Out of those 3, who has the best chance? I guess
the way Cameron's been pitching, Cameron Skubal tonight.
That could be good.
Might be interesting. We're grasping for straws out there, people. If you can't tell, might be interesting. But we're, Royals got to die. No, probably not.
What if it's Lynch that gets the win?
What's that?
What if it's Lynch that gets the win? That'd be
baseball.
awesome.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go. I'd love it. I think, look, if in all this disaster of a year, if you can come out of it and Daniel Lynch is a starter the rest of his time with the Royals, that would be pretty good. That would not be a bad thing by any means. We're trying, Royals fans. We're trying. All right, we'll play you some of that Chiefs sound in this next hour. We've got another hour to go. Your calls, commentary, always welcome. Thanks for being here with us on a Monday as society begins to get back into the flow of the fall, even though it's 1 billion degrees outside. It's all coming for you on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 8310 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issue a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Who dumped a whole truckload of fizzies into the swim meet? Who delivered the medical school cadavers to the alumni dinner?
You're talking about
Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
I won't go schizo, will I?
It's a distinct possibility.
All right, welcome in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Glad to be here with you on this Monday. Jacob Albrock, Brady Bowman. Here we go. Rocking and rolling into a third live hour in the new format. Hope everybody's having fun with us, as much fun as we are having, because we are having a lot of fun. It is Sports Daily. It is a Monday. And we are coming to you live on the air here on KFH. Thanks for listening. If you are, you can call us at 869-1240. That's the number. You can email us at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. We have you as well on 12 News Connected, streaming us live. We appreciate that. We have you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, all of those places. You're able to just leave us a message there, comment on the stream. We can get those out over the air. Like Rick, who says Eric Bieniemy is back at camp. Hopefully his wife is okay and has the support without him there. Everybody's pulling for Eric Bieniemy and his family. Just a horrible situation there. But the Chiefs, I'm sure, will be glad to get him back out there, and I'm sure he'll be hopefully glad to get to some routine. So we appreciate those video comments. You can also leave us voice messages on the Odyssey app. We have some Chiefs audio we'll play you from Patrick Mahomes over the weekend in case you missed it. And then we'll start to incorporate a little Chiefs audio into the show. We'll play you some of the things that are interesting that they're saying from camp each day out here on Sports Daily. But we're glad to have you. It's all what's on tap coming to you, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring the Calamansi Creamsicle. The vibrant summer sour brings a wave of exotic calamansi and juicy tangerine, while the finish smooths into a sea of tropical velvet thanks to a delicate dose of real coconut cream. WBC, pizza and beer made here.
Love a good sour.
You a sour drinker?
Oh, yeah. I like a good sour, especially summertime and the heat that we're having right now. Love a good sour beer.
Yeah, so sours are one of the normally I'm a pretty light beer drinker. Like I like pilsners and lagers, keep it pretty light, pretty crisp. The sour game has incorporated. Like I don't love IPAs. They're okay, but I don't love them. Sours I can get down with and like in the mood for a sour. Now, again, the problem for me is I might like to have 2 beers instead of, so I want like the lightest beer. I don't need the the oomph behind it. But if I'm just having like one, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, exactly.
I might have a sour. It's pretty good.
Out on the course, have a good sour there in the golf cart with you.
It would have to stay cold. It would have to stay cold.
Yeah, it has to stay cold. Absolutely.
That's what's one. Golf is kind of a light beer. Golf, mowing the yard, like that kind of stuff. Like if you're having a beer for that stuff, it's got to be pretty light and stay ice cold. When it's man, it is hot. You talk about the heat.
Oh gosh, yesterday, Jacob, for Channel 12, I did a story on. It was the last day for McAfee Pool in North Wichita. Now, a lot of Wichita pools are still going to be open. They're kind of stagnated, I guess. I think September 6th is when all public pools will have their last day or weekend or whatever. Okay. But I was out there doing a little thing on the heat and also kind of a combo of a lot of parents talking about how excited they are for school to get started this week. And it was so tempting not to just jump in the water. Even my Channel 12, not with my gear, but wearing my gear, it was tempting not to just jump in there because it feels like when I was at the pool was 108. It was,
as an actual temperature?
That the feels like was 108 yesterday afternoon when I was doing this story on the pool.
Did you take one? Oh, that feels like. Did you take one of those temperature guns and shoot the concrete?
No, but now that you mention it, I was actually thinking about this the other day because I like to grill and got the flat top, got the Blackstone out there, and I have one of those combo internal and surface temperature readers. I should have brought that with me.
It's good stuff when you do that. I back in my reporting days, let me get that temperature gun. Let me get it. Have you fried an egg on the sidewalk yet? That was always an old cliche.
You done that one?
No, I haven't. But it would. How long would it would take a minute? I mean, 100 and I don't know. I can't remember how.
I bet yesterday or today. I mean, today's a scorcher again too. So I bet there's room for experimentation out there for people to do it. The elements, conditions are there.
We baked something in a hot car one time. I know. There's all those crazy things. It does though. Like it is unreal how quickly it gets in a car. It's so wild.
Crack the windows. Don't leave your kids in there.
It is very hot outside, everybody. It's going to be very hot as kids go back to school. I think I just got a push, and I haven't been in. I'll find out later when I go into TV. We're extending the heat advisory through Friday, did I see? Is that right?
Oh, are we? I don't like hearing that.
Let me pull up the Storm Team 12 app here and take a look at this.
I think you're right.
Oh, God, I'm nervous to even open this right now. Oh, yeah. Through Friday. We're triple digits through Friday. 105, 106, 105, 104, 102.
Oof.
There it is. Max loves it. Max is out there sun tanning, getting the rays. Max loves the heat. This is too hot. Max, is this too hot even for you?
Nah, this is Palm Springs at night.
This is Palm Desert. What are you talking about? This is
Death Valley. This is
Palm Springs. God, if it was this hot in Florida, could you imagine? Oof.
That would be
with humidity.
sticky.
Oh no, they're not hitting 115 with humidity in Florida. What did you say? Palm Springs. Let's look at what the Palm Springs forecast is. Let's just look at what the temperature is there today. Oh my God, you're right, Max. They're going triple digits. Oh, you kidding me?
They start triple digits in April.
Gross. I didn't know it got that hot in Florida. Ugh.
Kansas is just fine.
Humidity is only like 36% at the moment. That's good.
Don't let them tell you it's a dry heat in the desert, because with the golf courses and all the plants that the snowbirds and stuff bring
We're talking about California. Which one's in Florida?
There's a Palm Springs, Florida. There is a Palm Springs, Florida.
I'm looking. Hang on. Which Palm Springs were you talking about?
California.
Okay. Well, that's not what I thought. It was that temperature in Palm Springs, Florida. Palm Springs, Florida is only like 91. Okay, we're back, everybody. 91 with like 73% humidity. That's what I pictured with Florida. It's like there's no way it's going to be triple digits in Florida. It'd feel like 140 with that humidity. But
it was insane.
Yes, Palm Springs, California. That's the desert, man. That's totally different.
Dry heat.
It's hotter.
Yeah.
It's worse. It's worse here than they don't have humidity out there.
Like the heat's not dry. I'm sorry to tell you. With all those golf courses and the heat, there's humidity in the desert. Trust me.
Not as much as there is here now.
But there is.
Yeah, there's some, but not like this. Like that's what made it got triple digits back home. But I grew up, the Texas Panhandle is the desert. Like whatever. Like it's hot, but it's not like this sucks the life out of you. You walk around and you're just like.
Saturday, Jacob. Saturday, I was reporting, and I'm sure you feel this from time to time too. It's like, honestly, I don't even remember exactly what I did on Saturday where I was, but I was all over the place. And I know that I always do a mix with some like amino energy stuff with a big water bottle every day. And for the most part, I'm drinking on that pretty much throughout the entire day. Yeah. Saturday, when I was out and about reporting, I drank through that whole thing in like an hour. Got to the station, got a classic lemon lime Gatorade, drank through that just like that, and ended up getting another Powerade on the next story I was out on. You don't realize how hot it is until if you're going through water or some sort of liquid like that. It was crazy.
Now another story for another day. I always like to say at least we're not digging ditches, but you have dug ditches.
I have dug ditches. Yeah.
Brady,
well, not as a career, but
Brady the ditch digger. Hey, listen. Don't shortchange yourself. I'm sure you were great at it. It's just I feel so bad for anybody working outside right now. Hang in there.
Yeah. Oh, and yesterday on the pool thing, one of the parents I talked to, I was like, what kind of, was this a spur of the moment thing to go hit the pool this afternoon, or are you already planning on it? And she was like, her son was a part of a little football camp at Wichita East that they were doing in the morning. I guess they have some like tournament sort of thing going on with some youth football at Wichita East. And I don't know if you know that field. There's no trees or cover anywhere at Wichita East.
We're about to begin high school football practices. They're going to have to be careful.
So stay hydrated, players, coaches, everybody.
Like 4 p.m. or something. I don't know. This will be an interesting week. That advisory, that heat dome is sticking around longer than we expected. There's your weather segment. There's 2 angry old guys yelling at the clouds here this morning. Three, in fact. All right, we're coming back. Max has some audio cut up from Chiefs camp this weekend. Patrick Mahomes will hear from him on the other side.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
To get busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the program here on KFH. Always appreciate their support. It is hot outside. Whoo boy. Cool off inside in the great Crestview bar restaurant area. Lots of beers on tap. Great menu, great food. And then just get ready because we're about to enter prime golf season. 36 holes out there at Crestview, of course, for your tennis player. Good news, there's indoor courts there at Crestview. So give them a call. Go take a tour of those facilities today. Tell them we sent you here from Sports Daily. We'll give away some HTO before the end of this show, Brady. Don't let me forget that. It's too hot outside not to.
Absolutely.
We'll give away a free cup of tea today in a little
There you
bit.
go.
Stay tuned for that. All right, Max has cut up some of the audio for us from Patrick Mahomes out at Chiefs camp. Before we get to that, we've mentioned some of these injuries across the league. Luther Burden, who played at Mizzou. I know people know of him. We previewed that division. It's reported this morning here, Brady. He is expected to miss the preseason now with that groin injury, but the team believes he should be back for the regular season opener. So that is a blow, but maybe if you watch that injury, maybe not the worst thing. Maybe not the worst thing that you could get there. New Orleans Saints lost an offensive lineman, Dylan Reduns, for the season, torn ACL. Oh, my God. It gets Isaiah Pacheco, former Chief, now with the Lions. He's dealing with an MCL sprain and is going to miss some time. They do expect
it's piling
him,
up for him, too.
I know. They expect him back before the start of the year, ready to go for week 1, but he's going to miss some time. Like, it is a tricky time as we are evaluating Patrick Mahomes coming back from his injury. So let's take you to St. Joe. So this is Saturday. Max cut out some of the audio from Mahomes, and I'll keep an eye out on some of this interesting stuff. We watch this stuff, of course, for 12 News quite a bit and dig into camp. I'll keep an eye out on this. We'll try to get you at least for the next little bit until we hit the real groove. Maybe we'll take you to some of the Chiefs camp audio. But here's Mahomes Saturday from St. Joe. Let's listen.
It feels great, just pushing every single day, trying to stack days together. I feel like when you're tired, sometimes you don't even think about it. So I'm trying to protect it, but at the same time, trying to push it and get myself ready to go for the season.
You made it sound like you won't play in at least this first preseason game. Where do you fall on that? Do you feel like you need that, or where are you at?
I'm for whatever coach says, I'm like I said, I'm going to prepare to play. He hasn't told me anything, so I'll prepare to play and prepare to get myself ready, and we'll see where we go from there. And if not, I'll be as locked in as I am during the game, and try to get myself as ready to go for the game. So it's just a process of trying to make sure you're ready for the season, and whatever coach thinks best, I'll do.
In practice where you are saying to yourself, I need to get out, I need to sort of use my legs and stretch them out as much as I can, and it's within the structure of a rep where maybe guys aren't as open as you would.
I think it's the opposite. I'm like trying to hold myself back because I'm just a competitor and I like competing, and all of a sudden I'm running and cutting back and trying to pitch the ball. So it's just like trying to keep yourself from doing stuff like that. But when it's fourth down, you want to try to make a play happen. You try to make a play happen. So I'm not going to lose who I am, but I'm going to try to keep myself smart and keep myself in position to be out there for my teammates.
This is the first time we see Khalil Benson ourselves. From your vantage point, based on what the competition's been like, what has jumped out to you, having him as maybe a potential guy for you at right tackle?
Yeah, no, I think he's done a great job just competing, and you kind of understand sometimes when the young guys, they don't make the same mistakes, like that's a big thing. Is just if you can fix your mistakes and get better and better each and every day, usually good things happen, and that's what he's done ever since he's been here. I mean, it started in the OTAs and the rookie minicamp, honestly. I remember watching film of that and seeing that guy and seeing him kind of do stuff the right way, and he's kind of built and just got better and better all the way to this point. And I think that's what makes Coach Reed's camp so good is he's going to have competition. He's going to push guys to be even better, and so I think he's done a great job stepping up to the plate whenever his number's getting called. And now it's about how can he stack and how can he go to a preseason game and how can he get himself ready for the regular season. And we still have a long ways to go, but I'm happy with the progress so far.
Even second-year guys, rookies, who has impressed you the most?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of guys. I mean, I think Noel Williams kind of is the first one in my mind. I mean, I knew how talented he is, but you can tell when the guy starts to get it, like starts to figure out formations, figure out motions, and know where to put himself at to make it easier on himself. So he's someone that's kind of big. I mean, obviously Cyrus had a great start to camp, and so getting him back out there will be important. And then I know he's not a first, second-year guy, but I think Kingsley's had a great camp so far. And so you want guys like that just to keep improving, keep getting better. And we have a lot of young guys out there, and they're competing, and that's all you can ask for.
First, you were thinking about when you first took the field, but now a couple weeks in, are you at the point where you're not even really thinking about this?
Yeah, I forget about it sometimes. I try to be smart, like I said, but there's just sometimes you get through camp, man, you're trying to compete. Practices are long, and, I mean, you want to win the rep, and so there's times where I do forget about it and just play football, which is a good thing, you know, and then I'll have to do that again whenever we get to the regular season. So it's about just learning how to play with what I got, and I feel like I'm able to move and do the things that I can, and we're just going to keep pushing it and see where I can get it to so I can hopefully get that okay to go out there and play week 1.
With the brace, you've been, it seems like, wearing more of that sleeve over it and everything. Have you found that's more comfortable? Are there things that you just kind of learned about tweaking along that make it easier?
I do like it more. I like when I have pants on, just because it holds it tighter. When I feel like when I'm wearing the shorts and just the sleeve, and you start sweating, it starts moving a little bit, and that's where I'm kind of fidgeting and trying to get it back into place. When you have that sleeve on top of it with the pants, you can kind of lock it into place, and so I like it definitely more. But don't tell Coach Reed we need no more padded practices, so don't tell him all that.
This almost feels illegal.
There you go. Patrick Mahomes from Chiefs camp. They're saying the right stuff, Brady. I'm totally fine if the plan is no preseason, ready for week 1. I just don't think there's any way now, unless there's a setback of some kind, that he's not your week 1 starter.
Agreed. Yeah. You know, the other takeaway, or go ahead, Jacob.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Oh, just the other takeaway. Like, I just think of years in the future, I could see Mahomes being a coach. Like, he sounded like a coach there too.
Yeah. I mean, Coach Andy Reid can get a little coach speaky. So he's heard that his whole career.
Sure.
I think Mahomes has been enough in the spotlight that he knows he's got to be real careful with what he says. Yeah, I don't know it's hard. These great players, like, do you want to go through the grind of being a coach? I think Patrick Mahomes wants to be an owner. If you're
I can see
perfectly
that.
honest, he already owns stake. He's got the soccer team with his wife. He's got stake in the Royals. I've said this for a long time. Now we'll see. But before it's all said and done, I will not be surprised if in some capacity worked into a Patrick Mahomes contract as some sort of ownership stake with the Hunt family. I've always thought that was like, I don't think we've ever seen anything like that. But he would be the kind of guy where that makes the most sense. So he's got to be back though, and he's got to be back healthy. It's so interesting to hear him talk about working through it, because Patrick Mahomes has never played a style of football, at least that we've seen, where quote unquote being careful is a part of it. Never, right? Like, you watch Patrick Mahomes play football, being careful doesn't ever seem like it's something that's in there. And, you know, it'd be one thing if the last, I don't know, 3 years, his scrambling hasn't become such a big part of what he does, right? But for 3 years now, his kind of run around, for whether it was because they had a bad offensive line, whether it was because, like, last year their offense just wasn't very effective, whatever it is, like, that has become a big part of his game. Can he just turn that off?
Do you want him to turn it off, though? I mean,
well,
ultimately.
Yes. Right now, absolutely, I think you want him to turn it off. If the Chiefs had to describe what they would prefer this year, it would be that, he doesn't do a lot of that, at least early in the year, and they just instead give the ball to Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, we got Kenneth Walker for a reason.
So, like, ultimately, over the course of the rest of his career, do they want him to stop doing that? Probably not. But right now they do. And right now, I think it'll be interesting, especially early in the year, to kind of see how he handles that a little bit. Like, how is Patrick Mahomes going to handle I don't want to say a leash, but like a governor switch. Like, hey, man, just throw it out of bounds. We don't want you to take off and run. Do the Chiefs even ask him to do that? Right? And that's not outrageous at all. You don't think the Patriots said, hey, Tom, just chuck that out of bounds? You don't think that's going through Tom Brady's head? You don't think that used to go through countless old school quarterbacks? Can Patrick Mahomes be an old school quarterback? I don't know. I don't know if he's as effective as if he is. We know he's effective when he's moving around and running around like crazy. Early in his year, I'm going to pull this up. Early in his career, he wasn't, Brady, some star running quarterback. We always knew that he was really capable in that regard, right? Like, he was a great scrambler. His lateral agility was such a big part of his game. But if you go, well, no, I mean, his carries per season, have remained pretty consistent. The effectiveness at which he carries it, that's what really started to take off the last few years. His first year as a starter, first 2 years, he ran for 270 and 218 yards. Third year, 308 yards. And then it got closer up to 4. Last year was 422. He's running for touchdowns, we know. He's got the long play. So if he runs it, we'll call it in 2023, God, he carried the ball 75 times. If we call it an average, let's say it's around 60 a year over the course of his career. Is there any benefit in trying to cut that to 30? But that's the problem, Brady. They're not designing these runs for Patrick Mahomes. So that's what makes, when you hear him talk about that kind of thing, so interesting. Like, he has to almost internally turn that off a little bit, especially early. Now, some of that may happen naturally as he gets older as a player anyway, right? He may just get older and understand, like, okay, because I do think he's smart enough. I do think he's a good enough teammate. I do think all those things to know, like, me getting hurt is the worst thing that can happen. So if I have to stop doing that just so I can be out there, then I got to learn that hard lesson. And maybe an ACL tear is enough to learn that hard lesson. But that is one you got to learn. I ain't getting any younger. I mean, Mahomes is now entering that stage of life where he is Gumby. This recovery's been remarkable. It always is. But does that really continue into your mid and late 30s? I mean, it doesn't for the rest of us, right? I got to be careful putting on socks. I'm not comparing my physical abilities to Patrick Mahomes, but it's just a natural progression of life. And so,
I'm so much more aware of slippery surfaces now that are like turning 40. Like,
and what's the reason for that?
Because I know if I
to get over it, right?
Yes, don't have that recovery time anymore.
It's not so much the fear of getting hurt, because I still, like, it's not that. It's the fear of how long it'll take to get over it.
Right.
And so that's the part of this that I think becomes really interesting with Mahomes. I don't know. Look, they don't want to play him in the preseason. Don't play him in the preseason. I don't care about that at all. I'd like to see him get some reps and stuff, but the things that I kind of want to see him do, he can do at practice. He can line up under center. He can roll out. They can run the play actions. They can test all that. They don't need game action for that. If you were going to talk about game action with him, it'd probably be make sure we're comfortable with the offensive line and their styles and tendencies. Get Cyrus Allen a little bit of work in there. Again, you can do some of that at practice. Not like a game, though. But his ability to, get under center and go Peyton Manning handoffs, he can work on that stuff in practice.
Sure.
As much as you'd like to see it a little bit in the preseason, that's why I'm comfortable with the under of that we put. And for the listeners that are just tuning in, if you want to chime in on this, 1 preseason snap is our over-under for Patrick Mahomes. Brady's taking the over. I'm taking the under. I think they can stick to their guns on this. I do. Remember, his initial recovery, Brady, and I never fully bought into this because of the way we've seen him recover over the course of his career, but his initial recovery, like, people were wondering if this was going to go into October, maybe as like a best-case scenario. I am pretty confident he is playing football in week 1 of the regular season. So he's already ahead of schedule. What is the reward to that risk of playing him in the preseason?
Yeah, like
I
I
don't know what
mentioned,
it is.
just the mental aspect for me. But going back to what you said earlier on like scrambling plays and just kind of managing his instincts a little better. If I were the Chiefs, if I were Coach Reed, I'd kind of be like, hey, Patrick, these first 3-4 weeks of the season, when it comes to running plays, you want to break off a run. If it's first or second down, maybe go ahead and play a safe, throw it away. If you feel like you got to it's third down and you see a lane to run for that first down on third down, okay. But first and second down, let's tail it back just a little bit. Play a little safe on first and second down scrambles, at least maybe the first month of the season.
Well, there's a reason, right? There's a reason that he doesn't run quarterback sneaks away. He was scrambling to extend a play when he hurt his knee. Remember when he tore this ACL, the kneecap thing against the Broncos was a quarterback sneak. They've taken that away from him. I don't know that you can take away his specific ability to scramble. I really don't.
Right. You can maybe manage it, but you're not taking it away. That's what I mean by managing instinct.
I think the most important thing they can do is cut down the number of passing opportunities that they take, which is, again, why you bring in Kenneth Walker. You invest in the offensive line. You do all of these things. There is such a laundry list of things that tell you they're going to run it. His knee is probably a reason that they want to do that. Especially just like right now. Do they, if we get to the playoffs and we're watching the Chiefs and the Bills play in another playoff game or whatever, are they going to sit there and say, all right, Patrick, we really need you not to scramble too much? No, I don't think they're going to do that at all. But early in this season, not even a full year past the injury, everything's still being tested. I mean, what is a healthy number of passes you'd like to see Mahomes throw in a game? Right? Like, how do you take that number and cut it down? Because that does take down the number of the number of opportunities he has to scramble around. Last year, he was sitting around pretty much anywhere from 30 to 40 passing attempts per game. He had a few games where it was under 30, only 2. One of them was the game he got hurt in, of course. I think you could see him creep down closer to, 30, 32 passing attempts a game in a perfect world. I think that'd be the best case scenario for the Chiefs. But there you go. There's some Mahomes audio. We'll play a little more Chiefs audio as we make our way toward the preseason and some of these things here on Sports Daily. All right, we got one more segment to go on the show today, and we're kind of wide open here, to be perfectly honest with you in this final segment. So we'll have some fun with it. Your calls, commentary, welcome on it here on Sports Daily. Don't go away.
Want the real story?
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
the canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Daily on KFH.
All right. Brady Bowman with the KFH Sports Daily, closing things out on this Monday. We had Jacob for a second. Not sure where Jacob went. We'll see if he gets back in here in just a little bit. There's Jacob. I think he's coming back. But we got some things to talk about in this final segment. And when Jacob gets back in here, do have a little update on the Protect College Sports Act that we've been trying to follow, and some movement over the week. Well, I guess not really movement over the weekend, but at least we know what could be ahead going forward on a vote. That vote failing, we were hoping that there'd be something that would come out of the Senate this past week, but it's Washington. Things go as Washington wants it to go. But apparently, according to ESPN, that failed act, they should have another vote on that. Looks like they're trying to get that on the docket for September when senators come back to D.C. So we'll see if that happens as far as a lot of changes, especially the NIL transfer rules and also revenue share, trying to expand that up, especially as the Big Ten SEC showing a little bit of support for that. So that's
Brady.
Oh, hey, there he is. We lost your video feed, Jacob.
I'm crashed here. Yeah, I'm crashed on the video feed, so I just called in. I'm glad you brought up the college sports thing.
Right.
You called it.
Yeah.
You called it, Brady.
Yeah. Yeah, I could have went higher. I think I went 40%.
You think it was a guilt complex happening there? Like, it's hard to know where it happened. Like, they went so Washington, which is I think what you were saying right as I pop back in. Or was it a guilt factor of there are more important things happening, or did too many hands get into the cookie jar there, you think, at the end?
Probably a little bit of both. I know they were trying to get the Attorney General confirmation through. It seemed like that was the biggest thing, capturing all the headlines on that. And they did get that done. And that was kind of a last minute. And they were trying to route. I mean, that barely had enough votes to pass. So I think that was probably where the focus was in the Senate. They were also trying to get a farm bill through. Like, that was looking promising, but then that got delayed out of committee on Thursday. And then, of course, you got everything else going on. So that's why I felt the way I did a couple of weeks ago when we were predicting whether, are they going to get this done before recess? And that's why I didn't think it would, just because I thought there was just too much going on that had priority.
Well, listen, I think we can all just be thankful that they get a little time away, a little time off, right? Let's just, let's just all be very, very thankful today that they were able to get a month off.
Yeah, sometimes it's like better that they're not there.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, we can't just, but why can't we just get, I make that, like, could you imagine the rest of us just being like, we didn't get everything done. We'll come back in a month and we'll try again. Like, could you imagine the private world ever working that way? Like, sorry, boss, I didn't get everything done. I'll try it again in a month.
Yeah, that's all. I think about that all the time when it comes to what's allowed, what we allow our elected officials and departments to get away with that would never, ever be allowed in the real world anywhere else. Whether it's a kids lemonade stand or
pass some laws that actually have some like lawmaker accountability in them would just be a wild experience. Like, all right, you set your, agenda of to-do items, and if they're not done, you don't get to leave, or you don't get paid, or you don't get fired, or whatever, like whatever it is, like the rest of us have to deal with. Like, oh, sorry, you didn't get the job done. We're going to find somebody else that can. It'd be wild. We'd be a more effective government, I think.
That'd be a nice change of pace.
I mean, here's going to be the problem with this, and this is why I subscribe to the we really need to get the deadline done part of this, Brady. Now what? I'm worried. I have concern that we're going to go another month here with a month's worth of opinions to be had. That concerns me as somebody who's watching this, hoping it will all pan out, is, okay, well, now there's a month for people to get in there and try to change stuff. That doesn't seem to me like it's going to be productive to this bill. I think it's going to be a problem.
Well, and there's no guarantee, like, they said they're going to bring it back in September, but there's still no real guarantee, I feel like, that it's just suddenly going to pass, because as we talked about last week, that there were some growing divisions that are starting to come out of this, because this has to go back to the House too. After it comes out of the Senate, what changes would they want to make? And I think the other thing is that I think what we were all hoping for, Jacob, this summer, this offseason, was just that, hey, let's get this going and passed and in action before the next season starts, especially so that we know what the rules are for the following season. Now it feels like there's a potential that all this is going to be delayed another year, and we're basically set up for 2 more years of the transfer portal being the way it is.
I don't know what the time. I mean, you're a parliamentary guy on that. I don't know what the timetables start to look like if they don't get this through. I don't know. Like, but I'm like, for me, if it doesn't go through, I then become concerned that it won't go through in any version. Does the Tuberville simplified, only take care of transfer portal and a couple other things version, does it have a chance to go through? Because the longer this goes and the more opinions and the more different, government entities that get in on that, and they start to look around and they start to do that stuff, they're going to make changes to this thing. Well, every time you make a change, the likelihood that somebody else doesn't like the change gets bad. And if you read some of the reporting on it, I don't know that they had the support that they initially thought they had. Now, Ted Cruz came out, who's one of the authors of the bill, afterward, and took a confident tone, I would say, at it, in that they have their vote scheduled, no problem, no big deal. Other things took priority. We'll get this done in September. But it sure feels like there's a little more going against it than there was a week or two ago.
Well, even with Tuberville himself,
so can it really just skate through?
Yeah, I mean, Tuberville even came out like now he has new concerns over something that it's kind of a change of tune for him on some things with this too. So I don't know. And actually reading this ESPN article saying that, hey, even if it passes the Senate, still steep climb in the House, more narrowly divided there. And this is a good reminder that the House tried for months to bring the less athlete-friendly SCORE Act to a vote, and that failed repeatedly. So I don't know how it's all going to go going forward. But, you mentioned midterms when we were talking about this before. Midterms are coming up September. When they're back in September, like we also warned about, if you think you were seeing political ads for the primaries, get ready for September and the midterms. And this is something that everybody wants to see happen, and everybody, whether you're Republican or Democrat, wants a win.
The problem is the midterm. That's all they're going to focus on is getting elected, right, in the midterm.
Right. Yeah.
That's
so
what
I don't
worries
know.
me about September is they're going to come back, and the only thing anybody's going to care about is campaigning to keep majorities and do all that stuff. But you're right. Like, yeah, you want an easy. You remember when the Chiefs? We talked about this a lot on the show. The Chiefs moving to Kansas was a remarkable bipartisan effort until it happened, and then everyone wanted to take credit for it. It took all of about 6 hours of the announcement for everybody to begin trying to take credit for that happening.
Right.
We can't give them too much credit for actually getting, real soon it'll turn to politics. And if it's September, another month, are they really going to be able to get focused and get this through while they're trying to make sure they're campaigning for this person or that person or whatever? I don't know, man. I'm worried.
And I'm not sure when in September. Are we talking beginning of the month, middle, near the end? Because if we're talking near the end of the month, October, I mean, you get toward advanced voting basically mid-October, more or less. So, yeah, there's not a lot of time there. There's not a big window.
I just got the internet on back at my house. I'm not sure what happened. It looks like Thune, who is the leader, has slated it for that cloture vote that I still don't quite understand, in further consideration when they reconvene on September 14th. Now, they expect to hold that vote between the 15th and the 23rd of September. And then it will, but then after that, that's just the Senate. Then the House don't they have room to change it at that point?
Yep.
And send it back?
Right.
Oh, boy.
Has a long road ahead, basically. Still. And the House is a whole other can of worms.
And that's why you heard all the urgency to getting it done before, right? That
break, yeah.
There was a small window in there where it seemed like everybody was kind of good with it. That Friday when you had the Big Ten and I hope Big Ten and SEC, I hope you're happy right now because you've given a dysfunctional Washington a chance to be dysfunctional by being dysfunctional yourself and not just trying to get done what needs to get done. there are parts of this that need to get done right away. And I don't know that they're going to be, maybe the answer is to take the smaller look at it and not include caps and all this other stuff, but just include, giving arming the NCAA with some enforcement power, giving the transfer portal real teeth. I don't know. Can we function with just those things?
It's
without
Washington.
The caps? Because the problem, anytime you're going to say, let's put in a spending cap, if I'm a pro player politician, I'm going to say, why? Why do we need a spending cap? Right? Like, what? We don't need that. But then, those same lawmakers are beholden to their constituents, who are oftentimes these universities and that are telling you, do you want change? I mean, it went from hopefully being kind of simple to now getting more and more complicated every day it goes on. And I don't know, Brady. I really, really, really hoped this thing would get through. You were right. It got too messy, or they just got distracted with other things. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I think the road is tougher now than it was a week ago, though.
Oh, way tougher. Way, way tougher. Because, it's just, there are things that need to happen, but again, like I said, even before, like Tuberville, who was one to simplify everything, but now, there's concerns about how this bill would supersede state law on some things. I mean, it just always shows to remind you, like, things, you can get in the weeds so easily with all this stuff, and it just snowballs into that. And you had dysfunction and disagreements, and it just feels like, we always make the joke, like, or like a lot of lawmakers will always joke when reporters ask them, it's like, I mean, can you get this done and this done at the same time? And the lawmakers will usually say, oh, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know if even know how to chew gum. Sometimes it's like,
I don't know that you can. We're about to enter. God, I didn't even think about the political theater that comes with the midterms that we're starting to get a taste of now, right? You can't read or look at anything where it's not this party, this trend, this thing. What does this show? And like, there's going to be a major fight to try to take back majorities and do all that stuff. Like, I've got to imagine the actual number of lawmakers who care about what's happening in college sports for the next 2 or 3 months is going to be small. Agreed. And I think, early we'd heard that the designers of this bill, the bipartisan bill, were kind of warning of that. Like, we need to get this done now. And they're taking a confident, push on it at the moment, but poof, good luck.
And it's silly season, as they say in Washington. So as if it never is, but.
I was about to say, when is it not silly season?
Right.
Okay, that does it. Sorry for the slight technical glitch there at the end. Brady, thanks for stepping in and keep driving the ship there. We'll be back tomorrow for you, everybody, 8 to 11 live. Get it all ready to go. We'll play you some more from Chiefs camp, and I know the moment everybody's been waiting for. Brady gets to pull a couple of cards tomorrow.
Let's go.
Here we go, everybody. For Max, for Brady, I'm Jacob. We'll see you tomorrow.
Royal Blue runs deep in this town. 97.5 and 1240 KFH, Kansas fan headquarters, brings you Royals insider Jalen Thompson of the Kansas City Star every Friday morning on Sports Daily. The inside story on your Kansas City Royals. Fridays on KFH, Wichita's most listened to sports radio. Always live on the free Odyssey app and at kfhradio.com.
The KFH Studios, powered by Devon James Injury Lawyers. Call 8.
Looks like you got promo duty.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. And I'm not signed in. I don't have the dashboard in front of me. So as far as the stream, I don't have that open to go to whatever that video break is.
Oh. It's gone, so I just
Oh,
see
okay.
you.
Okay.
So whenever
So I'm
you're
not
ready,
still
you can go.
live.
No, you're not live. You're gonna just do the promo.
Okay. What are we promoting? What do we got coming up? Do we have a guest tomorrow? I'm trying to think. Royals playing today.
I don't have the guest list yet.
Okay.
Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't pay attention. All I know is I want that Twink's leg broke. I hope they break his leg. I can't wait. I write Vrabel every day. I mail a letter to him reminding him of 07 when they
Yes.
purposely took out Brady.
Yes. All right. I'll think of something to say. I'll just kind of ad-lib something here.
All right, you got 30 seconds.
Do I got to fill the 30? Or that's like my max?
Oh, you can go like 26, 27.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's Sports Daily on KFH. Brady Bowman, myself, Jacob Albrock as well with you. We got a lot to talk about. We'll see if Noah Cameron for the Royals keeping his good vibes, his good streak going as Royals are in the West Coast at Los Angeles for Game 1. We'll recap that and continue to get you ready for the NFL as we continue to break down each division across the National Football League. All that's coming up, guests and more right here on KFH. Join us.
I got it.
Work? Okay. All right. Thanks, Max.
Until tomorrow. See you, Brady.
We'll see you. Bye.